Hey there, Star Citizen fans. Welcome back to the channel. I am Montoya. I run the largest player guild in Star Citizen. I'm making this video to talk about Star Citizen cracking over $100 million for the year so far. And I'm lying because it's actually $104 million at the time of this video. $22 million just this month, which is not over just yet. Now, every single year, without fail, journalists go and write articles about Star Citizen making a certain amount of money and them not understanding how. And then they go interview antagonists. They start interviewing haters and going, if Star Citizen is so bad, how are they making this money? And they go, well, it must be a scam. And they come up with those ridiculous theories. And every year they keep embarrassing themselves. When Star Citizen cleared $37 million for the year, they said, well, that's impossible. There's no star systems. And they keep on promising and the game's not complete and it's possibly a scam. The next year, did 47 million. Same articles come out again. How can they make $50 million if there's no game? And then they go interview someone who hates the game and they complain about it. Then it goes the next year, $78 million. Once again, go interview someone who hates the game and ask them what the problem is. Here's a challenge to you, journalists. Kotaku, I'm looking at you too. Speak to someone who understands the issues here, all right? Talk to someone who can tell you why this is happening. Because I'm tired and I'm getting ahead of the curve on this one. I guarantee you there's going to be a bunch of journalists coming out saying $100 million raised for the year, but there is no game. Why is that? I'll tell you why right now. You got to stop looking at Star Citizen as a game in development. Now, I know this sounds pretty rich because the game is in development. There's one star system. They said there'd be 100. There's a whole pipeline of ships not coming yet. There's a whole bunch of game loops not in the game yet. But what we have right now in the game, now not me personally, but I know people putting in hundreds of hours every week playing the game. What is it they're doing? Or what is it about this game which keeps people coming back for hundreds of hours every week and putting in $100 million? I'll tell you. So if you're a journalist, reach out to me. Let me fill you in on the secrets. But more to the topic, I want to discuss $100 million, which sounds like an insane amount of money, but not when you consider it as gaming as a service. Yes, gaming as a service. Star Citizen might not be complete, but as a game as a service, gaming as a service, how does it compare to other games out there? Yes, it is incomplete. Yes, there's only one star system. Yes, there's a ton of stuff, the game loop's not done. Let's see what other games have done. Now, I jumped to mobile games because I just don't understand this, okay? I don't understand how in the month of June, not for the year, but for the month of June, and I talk about this because I want you to understand the immense amount of capital out there. I want you to get a gauge, an idea of the pool of money that exists for gaming out there. For the month of June, for the single month of June, the top grossing mobile game, and we'll get to other games in a second, was Honor of Kings. What the hell is Honor of Kings? I have no idea what that is. Do you know anyone who plays Honor of Kings? Someone must, because they made $282 million for the month, not talking the year or the quarter. For the month of June, Honor of Kings, whatever that is, made $238 million. Now, Genshin Impact, that's a name I do recognize, all right? They made $154 million. What? I don't get it, all right? Pokemon Go, I know this one, all right? $110 million for the month. The month. Never mind mobile gaming. Let's take a look at normal games. Might be mentioned in here, like PUBG Mobile. Okay, we saw 2 billion. Okay, this is insane to me, all right? PUBG Mobile was the top grossing game in 2021 with $2 billion in revenue. Understand what $2 billion is. That's 2,000 million, all right? $2 billion in revenue for the year, for 2021. That's insane. Genshin Impact, 1.3 billion. Roblox, 1 billion. Here's an interesting one because I know a lot about Roblox. My kids, they're addicted. They're in there all the time. I give them $5 every now and then. $5 gets you 5,000 Robux. Robux being the in-game currency. With that in-game currency, they get to buy skins, items in-game, little things they do. There are $1 billion worth of parents giving their kids Robux to buy assets in that game, which is Mind-blowing. Now, Roblox is a very well-established game and very well-organized. They deserve that 1 billion, but keep in mind, a billion compared to that. That's like 1,000 times that. So 100 million raised for Star Citizen is impressive, and I'm amazed by it. And every year I'm amazed by it. And every single year we get the same journalists writing the same articles. In 2018, they write $37 million raise, but there's no game. Let's interview someone who hates the game and ask them about it. Then the next year comes along and they go, oh, $47 million raise, but there's no game. Let's go interview someone who hates the game and ask them about it. And they keep doing that year after year after year. So if you are a journalist looking to write about why Star Citizen has now raised $100 million in a single year, my DMs are open. Post below. I will be happy to run you through it. Gaming as a service, the game is there for so many people. The game is there already. And I don't want to sound overly optimistic, and I keep on doing this every year. I keep saying, back in 2019, I don't know if Star Citizen can crack 47 million. It's a lot of money. Then 2020 comes along. Go, I don't know if they can crack 80 million. That's a lot of money. Then 2021 came along. I said, you know what? $86 million. I'll be surprised if they can crack over that in 2022. Here we are, $100 million in 2022. It blows my mind. And now with 2023 coming, will that be the year where this finally slows down? It might be. I can't see how this keeps on going the way it does. And that's coming from me. But keep in mind, we do have Pyro coming out, the 4.0 patch. There's a couple more game loops coming out. There's always new chips in the pipeline that are coming back in. People come in for these patches, and 4.0 is a big one, which we're expecting next year. So will that be the catalyst to give us 120, 140, 150 million dollars, which sounds insane for Star Citizen to make the kind of money until you actually look at what other games are making? Can Star Citizen do a fraction of what Roblox does? It can. It absolutely can. Can Star Citizen beat Candy Crush and make 850 million in a year? It's possible. Keep in mind the demographics here also, right? In Roblox, demographics are kids. So these are parents spending money on their kids. In Star Citizen, the main demographic in Star Citizen, oh, we'll get to this in a second. The main demographic in Star Citizen, according to my YouTube channel, is the 35 to 45-year-old age range. In my channel anyway. So these are people with jobs. These people have disposable income. And these people are funding the game to the tune of $100 million. To give you a clue what's happening here with, I'm looking at the monthly. Actually, let's go to the week. This is what happened last week, all right? 11 million just last week. With the sale of the Galaxy, that's a big concept ship. Definitely went very well. Let's go to the monthly chart over here. Now, there was a big spike we had in May. As it came down to around 5 million at the lows, spiking back up. And one more day tomorrow, which will complete this month, and we'll see another spike up to the $22 million range after that. So massive amounts of money, and I'm always blown away by it. But keep in mind, compared to what's out there, other games selling items in game, selling skins, selling assets, look what they're pulling in. All right, Roblox pulling in $1 billion from selling, I can't even describe what it is, hats, hair, different face textures, clothing, $1 billion worth. So I keep on saying, I don't know if Star Citizen can keep on breaking records, and every year it does. But it looks like if this trend continues, then 2023, another record breaker coming. So let's wrap up with that. If you enjoy my content, guys, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Patreon, guys, thank you very much for your ongoing support. If you want to support my channel, down below it shows a membership. You can join over there. And if you're a journalist, feel free to reach out. Don't give us the same boring, I don't understand how they did this. Let's interview someone who hates this game and ask them. Ask me. I will tell you how. All right? As always, comments appreciated. Thumbs up. Catch you in the next one, you animals.